Hey, what's up? Back with another video of me sitting here at my Wacom One. I'm gonna be sketching in the background as I talk through this video. This video is pretty much, I kind of wanted to talk about the importance of really just kind of being in the moment when you're drawing, and specifically for when you're drawing. Um, just to kind of just let things go and not get caught up in trying to actually have a start and a finish, and like I'm gonna work on this I'm gonna create this masterpiece, and I'm gonna share it with the world. And as you can see, I just cut my Wacom One on, and I was basically, what I was doing is I was setting up the shot for this. I was trying to set up my I have a stand that I put my phone in so I can record videos, and I usually use it in in my living room at my other art station. But I decided to bring it into my bedroom studio to see if I could if I had enough room to actually record, where you could see me drawing on my Wacom One. And as you can see, it was pretty successful. Um, but the thing is, I didn't really. I only started drawing in Clip Studio just to do a quick test video to see how it was gonna come out. And as I hit record, I said, well, let me see if I can actually just come up and just come up with something off the cuff. Just start sketching and see where it goes from there. And as you can see, this is a skull. You know, I love my skull. So um, truth be told, I have a couple of skulls on my desk up here, and they're right across from me. So as I'm drawing this, I'm kind of glancing over at the skull, but as you can see, I'm just going full fledged into it. I'm not stopping. And if you notice, I don't do any erasing in this video. I don't touch the eraser once. I just keep the pencil tool, and I just go, and I'm trying to get as much info recorded for this drawing as I can. And the more I kind of get into it, the more I kind of just let my creativity take over. And that's very important. And getting back to what I was saying when I first started the video is I'm allowing myself to kind of get caught up in the moment. You know, as you can see, I'm keeping my hand moving. I'm not stopping too much to think about what I'm doing. I'm just going with it. I'm using a combination of muscle memory and just years of me just being able to draw and just interpret what I see through my pencils and my strokes. So, you know, like I said before, I like skulls. I like drawing skulls a lot. So I kind of know where things lay out at, where the layout of the skull, the eyes, and the nose socket. So I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm trying to get as much information in here at this point as I can to when I so finally when I step back, I can say, okay, yeah, that looks like a skull. Um, so that's all I'm doing right here. And again, it's important for you to just get in there and just to draw, sketch, have fun, and not always be caught up with trying to create a masterpiece and trying to create some finished piece of art. You know, you just got to let yourself get in there and just let it flow. And sometimes that's when the creative juices flow the best, is when you're not deliberately trying to create something. You're not deliberately trying to create a finished piece. And right now with this, I only have two layers in there. I have the bottom layer, and then I have the layer that I'm actually sketching on. And as you'll see in a little while, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another layer on top of this one. I'm going to drop the opacity down on this one, and I'm going to go over the top of this one just to clean it up. Because again, like right now, I'm just kind of like in the zone. I'm just trying to see how far I can push this. And here we go. So now I'm dropping the opacity down, and I'm going to create another layer on top of that. I created another couple of layers, but I'm going to go in. I locked off the original layer that I dropped the opacity down on, and now I'm on the top. I'm on the layer on top of the original sketch that I was doing. So as you can see, I'm zooming in. Now I'm gonna use this layer to tighten it up. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go over what I did just to tighten it up, to see how much more tighter I can make that. Because there's a few areas where I can see where I can tighten it up a little bit. So that's all I'm doing now. But again, you won't see me do any erasing on this. And at this point, I'm testing myself. I'm testing myself to see how far I can go, and how long I could go without deliberately trying to use the eraser tool. The whole purpose of this is just to keep my creative juices flowing, to keep my to sharpen my skills, to see how far I can get in there, and put as much, not a whole lot of detail, just enough information in there for you to know that's a skull. See, so at this point, I'm just, like I said, I'm just tightening up things, not preoccupied with trying to overdo anything. Just tightening up the areas that I've already laid down. Just, cleaner strokes. That's about it. And right now, like I said, I'm pretty much just, I'm feeling what I already have down there. I'm just adding a little bit more information, you know. And again, just to go in there and allow yourself to, first of all, we got to have fun. We got to have fun with this. If we're not having fun while we're creating art, while we're drawing or painting, and then you got to ask yourself why you're doing it. We got to have fun. Um, it's the way we as artists, we express ourselves. We got to get it out there. It just feels really good right about now, just to feel the stylus in my hand. I'm just having a great old time here. I'm sketching. This is the first time I've sketched anything today. It's the evening time. I think it's like 6 o'clock now, my time, Pacific time. So, yeah. So, like I said, this didn't start out. I didn't start off to make this in particular. I just kind of picked up the stylus and just said, okay, what I want to do. I started, just the basic head shape, and it went from there. And I said, okay, let me see if I can mess around, and let me see what an initial, if I push record and see what it sounds like. So basically, I went from testing out my the sound quality to see if the video was going to work, to basically drawing out this skull, sketching out this skull piece, and just kind of, like I said, I'm just kind of testing my skills right now. You got to do that sometimes. You got to just kind of push yourself to see, hey, how far can I take this before I say, hey, I made a mistake. I gotta erase, or I gotta try to fix this. That's a good test for you too, just to see how far you can go, how far you can get to that point before you feel you have to go in and start correcting yourself, and correcting any errors. So right now, as you can see, I'm just making some. Again, I'm only putting enough information in there, so you know that those are teeth. I'm not gonna go in here and I'm not gonna do any serious outside of a little bit of shading, and a little bit more line work. I'm not gonna just go all out on this. Like I said, this is just something for me to practice and create a video to, so you guys can watch me as I do this, and I can talk to you and give you some words of encouragement to get you in there and get you doing some of this stuff. So hopefully you're doing the same thing, or you do the same thing where you kind of test yourself. It's a good confidence builder, and it gets you thinking, doing some critical thinking. And again, try to not erase. Say, for instance, if you want to do this yourself, pick something you want to draw and see how far you can go into the drawing and get it to look like what you're trying to get it to look like without doing any erasing on there, and see how far you can get on there. And it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's sort of a test to see how your skills are going, how your problem solving abilities are with your artwork, if you run into little problems and stuff. And yeah, I do this quite often. I'll kind of just pull up a blank canvas, and I'll just start making some lines on there, some little doodles, and I'll just start on one end of the page and I'll go to the other end of the page and see where it goes. Lately, I haven't been focused on really creating a lot of full illustrations. I've done one full illustration in the past couple of weeks. Really happy with that one. That's my Storm, my classic X-Men Storm piece. Check out the video on my YouTube channel if you haven't seen it. And yeah, that one. Outside of that, I haven't really had time to do too much other extensive drawing. I've been doing a little things here and there. Actually, last night, let me take that back. I did an illustration on my Wacom One, and it's a picture of a bug. It's an illustration of a bug, sort of like a beetle. My interpretation of a beetle. I'm gonna make a video of that one. I don't know if I'm gonna just release a time lapse, or if I'm gonna just do the direct video like I'm doing now. But yeah, it was of a bug. For some reason, I've been wanting to draw a bug for a long time, and I actually drew one, and I'm not gonna get too far into that video because that's another like little practice video, and I'll create a video for that one for you to check that one out too. But yeah, so basically, yeah, this is what you guys got to do. Sometimes you gotta kind of test yourself and just let yourself be creative. Get in here, draw, sketch, throw some lines down, throw some shapes down. Try to draw something you might have on your table. Draw, I don't know, whatever you have. Look out the window. Try to find something out there you can look at and try to draw and see if maybe you can sketch that and do that and try to test yourself to see how far you can go with it. Or try to think of something out of your memory and just start drawing and see how far you can go and get it to look as close as you can to what you see in your head. It's a great exercise. I like to do it a lot. It helps me. Uh, yeah, it helps me a lot. So here, as you can see, I'm just going in around the sides over here. I just want to throw some shading in there to kind of give a little bit more depth. But sounds like I'm losing my voice. But yeah. So again, it's all about being creative. All about being creative and getting in there, having our fun, doing what we got to do as artists, getting our creative juices flowing, and you can make it as simple or as complicated as you want it, but just get in there and get to work, get to making that art for yourself. But questions, comments, let me know what you thought about this video. I think I'm gonna cut it short for right now, and I'm gonna shut up and let you finish watching the video. And that's it for now. Keep drawing, stay creative. I will see you in the next video. I'm gonna shut up and let you finish watching this. All right, I'm out.